Hi, and welcome to This Is Your Show. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Mark Stenabaugh, and again, we invite your comments and suggestions for future shows. Please write to us in care of Rogers Community 20. This is your show, located at 23 Harris Avenue in Brantford, Ontario, postal code N3R7W5. Joining with me, as per usual, is a very distinguished panel of guests. Our regular Peggy Pratt, sitting at the far end in the Morticia Adams chair. And next to her is the town crier for Brantford, a face that's becoming vastly familiar, David McKee. Welcome, David. And another face that is very well known within the club and singing circuit is Jan Stevens. Welcome, Jan. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Mark. Thank you.
Jan, I want you to tell us a little bit about how you got involved in country singing. That's basically, you are a country singer, right?
Yes.
And how did you get involved in that?
I've been singing since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. And one Christmas, I jokingly said to my mom, if you want to buy me anything for Christmas, buy me a guitar. And that's how it started.
And you got one, obviously.
Yeah, I got blisters on my fingers, and I learned how to play the guitar, and that's how it happened.
And so you've progressed through the years of singing, and
Yeah.
and obviously, how did you get your first big night where you went out and sang?
Well, I used to sing at the Rod and Gun Club around the campfire, and a town scout came up and suggested that I do a couple records. So I did that.
So
And
it's
from
true
there
they
on-
do discover you.
Well,
At a campfire.
Campfire.
yeah,
campfire.
yeah.
Make sure you have
it was a thrill.
marshmallows. It's the marshmallows that gets you in.
It was a thrill, but I do enjoy singing. That's, you know.
And so you do have records.
Yes.
And are they available any place that if anyone wanted to purchase one?
No, this was back in '77. That was the '78s, are they?
Oh, right.
No,
okay.
45.
45.
45.
We don't even produce
Yeah,
records
no, right.
anymore. Boy, are we ever dating this show.
45s.
They're
Yeah.
the ones with the big holes.
Yeah. I'm thinking of doing the cassette or the
Disc.
8-track.
An eight.
Or-
No, not 8 tracks
There I
are
go
gone
again.
too.
Yeah.
A cassette. No,
Yeah.
a cassette tape, right?
Yeah.
Audio cassette.
Right.
Yeah.
Audio cassette.
That's what they're called.
I have
think.
to
Yeah,
let
that's
you know, I'm just thrilled to meet you.
Oh, thank
Off
you, Peg.
stage, and we were chatting a bit, and just finding out where you were playing in town and how you got started too. And she's got the singing machine that she takes with her, and people think that it's something that you can just walk up there and do, but
Well,
there is a
it's
lot of preparation.
Actually, I do
to
all
it.
my work at home,
Yes.
It's not just a singing machine. I tape at home.
get
I
ready.
use the singing machine to tape my music.
Jan has performed all over Brantford. I know you were on the Participation House Telethon. You were excellent on that.
Thank you.
On Canada Day, you come out and you'll be with us again this year on July the 1st on the main stage and in the beer garden. I think you're bouncing your time off in both areas, if I'm not mistaken. So, any place else that you're going to be playing in May, June that you can think of, or where do you normally play?
Well, the Legions mainly is the Legions in and around Brantford. This week, it's what is the date today?
February
February
27th.
27th.
It's Mark's birthday today.
Yes, it's happy birthday.
There we go again.
I know.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate
We just
that.
keep
Well-
thinking of you all day.
Why don't we hire David to go out and yell it from the street corners?
That's what I was
Oh, yeah.
It's
Mark
Simcoe
Stenabaugh.
Legion tonight. Next week, March 6th, I'm at Gunners Club. And I think the week after that is Dunstan Legion.
Do you go any other places to perform? Like, do you go into contests of any sort, or
No, I haven't.
have you thought of doing it? You might
Yes.
enjoy doing it.
Yes, but I get so nervous. I think I'm going to faint. So.
You don't. After all these years, you're still nervous. I guess there's an old saying that once you stop being nervous, that you're not going to do a good job any longer. Like, I hear
Yeah.
that. I don't know if it's true or not, but I know that when I get asked to speak at public functions, I still have butterflies in
Yeah.
my stomach, and I guess perhaps that means that I'm really going to be on top of things. If you slack off too much, you're not going to do a good job. Who's your favorite person to sing? Like, you obviously have a whole repertoire of people that you can do, not their voices, but their songs. Who do you prefer to do?
Patsy Cline.
Patsy Cline? You like to do Patsy
I like
Cline
her
too,
too,
everybody.
yeah.
And what is there about
wish she was
Patsy
alive.
Cline?
I don't know, she's a legend.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, if she was here today, just imagine what it would be.
People say that about Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
They'll be saying that about you.
Yeah.
I know.
A legend,
I'm his
a
biggest
legend
fan.
in my own mind, but I have to pay her. That's the bad part of it. I have to pay her to be my biggest fan. What's your favorite number to do?
Crazy I like.
You like to do Crazy.
Yeah.
You're going to perform for us in a few minutes. I know
Yes.
that. You're going to do a couple numbers for us before we go
I
on
can't
to
wait.
David. And it's going to be wonderful because I know people, I often hear Jan's name
Yeah.
being mentioned. Do you like being on the telethon?
Yes, yes. Yes, I do. And I like singing for the elderly. I do
They're
that
very
quite often.
appreciative,
Oh,
aren't they?
yes.
Because they seem, here in Canada, we sort of put older people in homes
Yeah.
and forget about them. So it's nice to have entertainers like yourself who will go out and give of their time. Because I know you don't get paid to do that.
Yes, I do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, no.
The elderly and children, you know,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Children are a
Yes.
great audience.
And
They're so
oh yeah, they're so
enthusiastic.
appreciative too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, anything that it doesn't matter if you make a mistake or not. It makes you seem more human to
Yeah.
them.
Well,
Is
I go around, I have a wireless mic, so I go around to them with the old songs, and they join right in. They
That's
sing
what I was
up a
wondering.
storm.
If
They
you did
just
more
love it.
sing-along.
What are some of the songs they like
Old
to hear?
songs.
Well, when you wore tulip and Ma, he's making eyes at me, and you know.
I
the-
think
the
it's
old
funny
ones.
that even young people will know the words to those songs. Have you ever noticed that if you're at something, that younger people will automatically know the words to those songs? They can't sing anything, like they might know the first few stanzas of a song of today, but if you start to sing, you know, When Irish Eyes Are Smiling, everybody seems to know it.
But they
Yeah,
don't know the
see.
middle part.
Yeah, that's
where
where
you
you go
come
la
in.
la 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 la.
They've heard their parents, I
If
guess.
you know it.
What would you like to do in your future, Jan?
I'm happy what I'm doing now. Naturally, if something come along that, you know, another opportunity,
You would grab at it.
Sure.
You just want to be able to keep singing.
yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
you'd like to be able to
Yeah.
do. We'll all go on the road together. We'll
Yeah.
work up a show and we'll go on the road together. Somebody told me that once. They said, we'll go on the road together. They said, you lay on it, we'll drive over it. I didn't see anything so humorous about it. Anyways, Jan, I would like you to go on to stage 2 right now and do a couple numbers for us, then rejoin us, and we'll be back with David McKee.
Okay, fine.
So, Jan, we'll see you on stage 2.
Okay.
He called me baby, baby, all night long. He used to hold and kiss me till the dawn. Then one day I woke and he was gone. Now there's no more baby, baby, all night long. He called me baby, baby, all night long. He kissed my tears away when things went wrong. Oh, what I'd give if he would come back home and call me baby, baby, all night long. He called me baby, baby, all night long. He built me up so high and made me strong. Now each night in dreams I still hear baby, 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 all night long. Don't worry about me, it's all over now. Though I may be blue, I'll manage somehow. A love can't be explained, can't be controlled. Oh, one day it's warm, next day it's cold. Don't pity me, 'cause I'm feeling blue. And don't be ashamed, oh Lord, it might have been you. Oh, love, kiss me one time, and go love, I'll understand. Don't worry about me. Sweet, sweet, sweet love, I want you to be as happy as I when you love me. I'll never forget you, your sweet memory. It's all over now, don't worry about me. Oh, when one heart tells I want her goodbye, well, one heart is free, and one heart will cry. Oh, sweet baby, sweet baby, sweet, it's alright. Don't worry about me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My lords, my ladies, good and honest folk in the vacuous audience of Cable 20, and yea, even those receiving this message by accidental atmospheric reflection, be it known that ye are hereby invited, nay, commanded, to attend Riverfest 93, to be held in Brantford, Ontario, Canada, during the last weekend of May this very year. And be it known that among the many festive events, there shall be the first, and dare I say, first annual Riverfest Town Crier Cry-Off, in which town criers representing communities from the farthest reaches of Ontario will be competing for the prestigious honor of being Brantford's first Riverfest Cry-Off champion. Come one, come all, to celebrate the grand at Riverfest 93. God save our most gracious Queen. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. First of all, I want to thank Jen for entertaining
my hat on
us.
straight?
That was
Yes.
terrific.
Thank
Your
you,
hat
Mark.
looks wonderful.
Thank you.
You're terrific.
Thank you.
David,
You are-
what? I just telling you, with the three voices that we have here, I could have a choir.
We should set up a...
I was watching your lips. You see, I was underneath and I was watching them. And you know that Dracula would love that.
Well, it's the enunciation. David McKee has, I guess, what have you been our town crier now? About a year?
It'll be a year in May.
In May. So about the time
officially.
that the people are watching this show, it'll be a year. How did you become the town crier? Let's hear the history behind all this.
Well, that takes us back to 1990, actually. In 1990, in the fall of 1990, there was an advertisement put in the Chamber of Commerce In Touch magazine requesting that people apply for the position of town crier for 1991 when the Brantford Regional Chamber of Commerce would have been celebrating its 125th anniversary. So I applied and acquired that position. So throughout the year 1991, I was the town crier for the Chamber of Commerce. And during that year, people approached me saying, "Have you ever thought of entering these town crier competitions?" Well, at the time, I really didn't know anything about town crier competitions. I was just having a good time being the town crier for the Chamber of Commerce. And so I inquired, I found out about some of the people who are in the Ontario Guild of Town Criers and gave them a phone call and said, what about these competitions? And they said, well, the only way that you can officially enter the competitions is to become the official town crier for your community. Well, the ball got rolling on that initially, and then it sort of semi-fizzled for a while, and then in 1992, at the beginning of 92, my tenure for the Chamber of Commerce had ended, and essentially I'd given up on it for a little while. Only people from the Chamber of Commerce kept coming back and saying, you know, well, look, we want you to keep on doing this. Through a little bit of foo-for-ah with some people and some negotiations here and there, I managed to get the ball rolling again at City Hall. And the consensus was that the people in City Hall really liked the idea of having the town crier. It's just that they didn't want to see the taxpayers spend their money on that when there's so many other significant things such as ICOM to deal with. So I approached, well, you were one person with the Brantford Patriots and the Brantford Regional Chamber of Commerce and the Brantford Downtown Business Improvement area. Those three groups each assisted me in procuring the uniform that I'm now wearing, and really that's what it took to get the thing started. And I went back to City Hall saying the funds are now in place. They gave me the official appointment last May 25th. And since that time, I've been proclaiming proclamations, declaring declarations, and bringing greetings and congratulations to those deemed deserving wherever.
What sort of events do you, it sounds like a lot of fun, and you get to go out and
Oh,
get
certainly.
So what sort of events do you get to go to?
Well, one that I really enjoyed doing was for Mohawk College when they opened their new facility in Brantford here. and I read the proclamation declaring the whole section of that new building open, and that was a good one because I felt that that college is really well deserved here, and to be a part of that, ringing my bell and saying, hey, you're now.
Can I hold this bell?
Oh, sure, it's heavy.
I just like the little bells that they ring at school, the bell ringers. My Tiffany's a bell ringer. Do they use this kind of a bell?
This one's even insulated a bit, so it wouldn't ring so loud on the air.
Holy jeez, you gotta even have muscles for this too.
Hey, well,
Jan,
there you
pick
go.
that up. Seriously, you won't believe how heavy that is.
Oh, yes. It is
That's
heavy.
something.
See that?
Yeah.
What a paperweight.
Really.
So
Actually,
they bought you your bell.
Yeah, that was part of the whole thing as well. I had this bell, I purchased it from a master bell maker in Breslau. He had a different handle on it at the time. I wasn't too crazy about the handle. You can see how heavy the bell was, how bell is, and essentially the handle was just screwed down on there and not that sturdy. And I was really concerned that the handle might split, when I was ringing it, and I'd end up bonking somebody on the head. So I had a fellow that I know who's a machinist made me a bolt that goes right through the middle of this handle and is clamped down on top with that. And John McAlpine at McAlpine Furniture in St. George made me the handle out of cherry wood.
That's beautiful.
There's the bell as it sits today.
You learned a valuable lesson last Canada Day, I think.
Yes, I did.
And maybe you'd like to share that. A voice is, and you all know this, a voice is only so good for so long, like when you strain it.
That's right.
David learned a big lesson on Canada Day last
Well, I thought I could handle anything. I've been trained in voice. I've learned diaphragmatic control. I sang on stage for quite a few years, and I studied opera at the Royal Conservatory in Toronto. So I figured I could handle anything. If I could sing the part of Figaro, I figure I could handle anything. Well, we're in the Canada Day parade. I'm in the car immediately behind you.
That's right, and I could hear you the whole and I thought, how does he keep doing this?
Yeah, and so I felt that it was part of my duty was to bring greetings all the way along the parade route and to generate some sort of enthusiasm amongst the people that were standing at the sidelines. Well, I kept that up for the whole parade. The only thing is that parade was pretty long.
Yeah, it's about 3 miles.
And my main function for being there was at the end of the parade to get up on the stage and officially proclaim Canada Day. Well, I got up on the stage and I rang the bell, and I knew that there's something going on in here, and I put the thing down and and then I did the proclamation. Well, it came out, but it wasn't quite as loud as I would like it to have been, that's for sure. It was actually a little bit of a Jimmy Durante impression, I think, at the time.
Have you ever gotten to the point where you thought you were going to lose your voice? This is probably a good question for all of you, and you're afraid that you're going to lose it. What would you do if you did?
Well, you carry on as best you could, really. I've been in a position in the past where I've had laryngitis and I've had to perform. And not doing this, but when I was in the entertainment business.
But doesn't that, if let's say you've got laryngitis and you try to sing or to do a cry, doesn't that really strain the vocal cords and make things worse?
The thing is, if you've studied any kind of breath control, you can breathe through a lot of it. You can use your diaphragm to force the air up, and even if you have a minimal amount of sound being produced in the vocal box, you can project beyond that.
I just wanted you to mention going back to the provincial championships and just give us a brief, because we only got a couple minutes and we're going to let Peggy sing and then we got to wrap up. But
okay.
When are they and where are they? And
well, actually, there's two things that I wanted to mention. One is the Riverfest. The end of May. I'm going to be hosting a town crier competition for that. And then the World Championships are coming up in Markham, Ontario, the week of June 13th to 20th, and I will be representing Brantford at the Worlds.
And we wish you luck at that.
How many
Thank you
would
very
be
much.
attending something like that?
There will be about 125 criers from all over the world,
Oh,
from
that's
as far
quite
away
a
as
bit.
Australia, South Africa,
my.
all over Europe.
how many will be here for the championships?
for about a dozen, I would say, from all over Ontario. They'll be
And
representing the
do you know
Guild of
where that's
Ontario.
going to be located?
Yes, Lions Park.
Lions Park, and on which day?
On the Saturday.
On the Saturday. So everyone is invited to come down, watch the
Certainly.
newspapers.
Certainly.
I am very enthused because I've been asked to be one of the judges, and I'm looking forward to it tremendously.
I'll be training you.
It's and I will pick the best. I'm sure I will pick the best. We're going to just get ready to close, and we will close the show with Peggy Pratt singing another number for us. So we've had a really musical and an entertaining show, I think. Thank you, Jan Stevens,
You're
for joining us.
welcome. Thank
Good
you
luck
for
with,
asking me.
good luck with your career. Come back and see us again.
Thank you.
David, thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
And if I don't see you before, we'll see everybody down at the championships at the end of May. Peggy, thank you for coming
Thanks,
again.
Mark.
We'll see you
Thanks,
next week.
Nice to meet you, Peggy.
Nice to
I'm
meet you.
Mark Stenabaugh, and this is your show. And my thought for the week is you may have to live in a crowd, but you don't have to act like it. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Where the boys are, someone waits for me. A smiling face, a warm embrace, and two arms to hold me tenderly. Where the boys are, my true love would be. He's standing on some street in town, and I know he's waiting there for me. In the streets of a million people, I'll find my Valentine. And then I'll climb to the highest steeple and tell the world that he's mine. And until he holds me, I'll wait impatiently. Where the boys are, where the boys are, where the boys are, someone waits for me. Until he holds me, I'll wait impatiently. Where the boys are, where the boys are, where the boys are, someone waits for oh, when one heart tells our heart goodbye, well, one heart is free and one heart will cry. Oh, sweet baby, sweet baby, sweet, it's alright. Don't worry, Bad